Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Full Out with one of my good friends, Willie Maac. He's such a funny comic, such a sweet guy. Follow him on all the socials and maybe he'll be touring in your city. I highly recommend seeing him. Here we go.
Now, introducing Full Out with Brittany Ross.
We should introduce you. This is Willie Maac.
Yeah.
I love him. I love you. You're a great comic. And also, I feel like, so you had a son very young.
Yeah.
And you've become my parenting mentor, role model.
That is so funny. Yes.
It's so funny to me because how old is Malcolm now?
He's 23.
23. I just remember we were doing a show and my daughter was like 3 and she had hit her tooth at school and the front tooth had turned gray. Mm-hmm. And it was all I could think about. And I was like having I thought her life, I was just like so sad about it. And I was like, I know this is so dumb, but I'm so sad about this. And you were so nice to me when I was being crazy about her tooth, about kids and stuff. And I was like, okay, Willie knows his kid is older than my daughter. It's going to be okay.
It's all going to be okay. One thing I've learned is like there's no amount of videos that's going to be about your kid. There's no books. There's no nothing.
No.
It might get close. There might be some elements that are similar, but everybody's different. Whether it's the environment that's different, whether it's the parenting styles that are different. And so you figure out along the way. You know how they say by the second, third, sometimes in my family, 4th, 5th kid, the parent gets more lenient and they just like, oh, they're fine. Figure out that's fine earlier.
Yeah, totally. I know. It's true. I feel like I realized the tooth thing was like all about me.
Yeah.
I was like, she doesn't know any better. Like it's all about my own vanity and like my own like feelings about that kind of stuff. So I had to be like, okay, this is about me. I'm just going to let it go. And then guess what? Her tooth turned white again.
Yeah. They're
because
sponges.
I let go of it all.
The kids are sponges.
It's
whatever
crazy.
Energy, whatever trainings and things, whatever, they're looking to us for that reaction of is it okay? Is it not okay?
I know.
And how much where's this balance of parenting and friend as well?
Well, I feel like you're friends with your son because you had him so young. Wait, let's hear the story of how you had your son. You were 17?
I was 17.
Okay.
I'm gonna go further back than that.
Great.
I met my son's mom at my first job at Burger King. We was
amazing.
She was my first everything. I grew up very conservative, traditional, very a preacher's kid. So I couldn't go to parties. I couldn't go after school stuff. I couldn't go do Boy Scouts. I couldn't do a lot of stuff. Everything in my life was church.
Okay.
Now, my son's mom, Erica, her life was kind of like whatever you want to do, y'all can do. And our worlds collided. So I don't how PC graphic can we?
I think you can say things.
Okay, because this is my truth.
I think if it's true, you can say it. I guess that's what we're going for. Truth.
She was the first person to touch me down there.
Okay.
Before I even did it to myself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even think to do it. So when she did it, and I orgasmed, I was like, "Oh, she's the one."
She's the one and only one.
Yeah,
like she's the only one that's ever.
Nothing about my son's mom.
So funny. But wait, how were you allowed to hang out with her though?
After work.
Because you were at Burger King.
Yeah, I was working Burger King. And then I worked at night. So I worked this shift that was like 4 p.m. to like 1 a.m. or whatever the hours were. So I went after school and then I would tell my parents that I had to go to work, even though maybe some of those days I did not have to go to work so that me and her could hang out.
Nice.
We were skipping school. I never got a detention. I never got a suspension. I was a model student. My grades weren't great, but I was a model student because I was so scared of my parents.
It's so funny. I feel like I was the opposite of you in high school.
You got detention and all that?
I got good grades, but I was always in detention.
Why were you in detention?
So basically, I'm the opposite student of you.
You were the opposite?
Yeah, I was the opposite. I was pretty bad by then.
What would you do?
I was getting arrested a lot for underage drinking.
Shut up.
I was like the party girl. I moved a lot, and I'd show up and be like, I'm going to teach you guys to drink like Nick Nolte before the mugshot. Like that was I was like, listen, I'm small, but I can drink a 6-pack of Smirnoff Ice in under 90 minutes. Like I was just like.
And you did and could.
Yeah. I was blackout drunk a lot though. Like I feel like I definitely needed to go to therapy probably.
Yeah.
But I was definitely rebelling. I got arrested 3 times in high school, all for the same thing, you know.
Oh wow! I feel like I'm the white girl and you the black guy in this.
No, let's just say it was all for underage drinking because my name's Brittany and that is all Brittany get arrested for. But I feel like it's such a Brittany thing. It's so bad because I feel like my name is like such a thing. I'm like, I'm not a Brittany. And then there's occasional times when I'm like, I couldn't be more of a Brittany. I just like, there's sometimes when I really play into my name.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's interesting, something that I've even read and just now I'm like a big believer on that you just kind of mentioned, like therapy.
Yeah.
Now, I wish I knew about therapy growing up. We didn't have therapy. We just had Jesus. It was like prayer and just that was it. There was no going to mom, dad, I need to go to therapy. Oh, they would laugh at me. You're not going to that. And I was reading this article. It was talking about how some kids or most kids should start therapy at like around 7 or 8. Because we're sending them out in this world by themselves to figure it out at such an early age.
Yeah.
We haven't even figured it out. We, speaking of myself, haven't figured it out at my age.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting this little person to be out there amongst all these random people with all these other variables.
I'm like, I just dropped my daughter at kindergarten and I'm like, she's okay, right? No, she's okay.
She's okay.
She's going to be okay. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. But I feel like having your kids so young, I feel like you were definitely still figuring it out.
Oh my goodness.
But I want to go back to the post Burger King hangout. So you were hanging out after Burger King.
Hanging out at the Burger King.
Or not even going to Burger King.
Oh, yeah. There was nice, like when prom night, the night that the conception happened.
Praise Jesus.
My parents didn't want me to go to prom, obviously.
And oh my gosh, they didn't even want you to go to prom.
Homecoming, none of that stuff. And I was wearing clothes with the tag still on it because I was gonna return it back once I was done with it. So I snuck out.
You had your son in clothes that you got. It's nice. That is, and now he's stealing your clothes.
Now he's stealing my clothes.
It all came full circle.
Except for he doesn't return it. Yeah. He just keeps it.
He cuts the tags off. He's like,
go. But so we couldn't get a hotel. So one of her older friends got us a hotel for the night. And it's interesting because people always ask, like, oh, Willie, you should have known, you should have wore a condom, blah, 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 blah. And I did. I did wear a condom. The condom broke, but I didn't know any better.
Oh, my gosh.
I just thought it progressively felt better later on with zero idea. And so my son's mom was already heavier set, so she was also still having her period. My son was born in February. She didn't tell me until December that the baby is coming.
Whoa. When did she find out? When do you think she found out?
Oh, I know when
December?
she found out. So at first, when we were done, I was like, oh no, condom broke. She's like, oh snap, give me the money. I'll go get an abortion. And I really did give her the money for the abortion.
That quickly?
Well, maybe not that quick. It was like maybe some months. Like you knew she was...
Yeah,
okay. It was like about a month later, and she was like, and we were just nervous or whatever. Yeah. And she told me, she's like, I think I'm pregnant. Okay. And I said, oh man. And so I gave her the money. Now, here's how silly I am. I don't say silly. What's the word I'm looking for? Ignorant, maybe. I'm gonna use the word ignorant.
Or naive.
Naive. I love that's a way better
I feel
word.
like that's, you were so young.
She told me when in December when she was like, because she went to go get her physical because she wanted to join. It was like ROTC or something like that.
Okay.
Because she comes from an Army family. Mom's in the Army, dad, her brothers, and she was going to join.
That's scary for you when you found.
Oh my goodness, Britt.
I feel scared for you in this story right now. This is the part where I'm like, wait, what?
So when they did her blood test, they told her she couldn't join because she's pregnant. And she was like, what? And so she told me. So I was like, Erica, what happened? How are you still pregnant? I gave you the money for the abortion.
Yeah.
She told me, oh, I must have had twins and they sucked one of the babies out. Only one. And I believed this all the way to my 30s. When I was telling somebody else this story.
My gosh. Willie.
No lie.
Wait, Willie, aren't you in your 30s now?
No, 40.
Oh.
Yeah.
He just found out last year.
Last year, I found out.
Okay. Who told you, though?
My girl at the time.
Was like, that's not
She's
how...
like, that's not how abortions work.
Okay.
And so I brought it up to her. I said, Erica, you never went and got that abortion? She said, no. I'm like, you told me they only sucked one of the babies out. That's not how. She's like, I can't believe you believed me. And I was like, how was I supposed to know? I didn't know. No guy has ever necessarily gone past the doors.
Okay, so I have a joke about I had an abortion when I was in college, but I also had gotten in a moped accident, and I have this joke about how I like really regret having a moped and not the abortion, but I have a scar on my hip from having this in this moped accident. I have a scar right here. And when I was pregnant, Marco, my husband, who's like a smart, educated man, was like, wow, we were looking at the baby. He's like, wow, your abortion scar is really getting bigger. And I was like, what? Excuse me? What are you talking about? And he's like, your abortion scar is stretching out. And I was like, that's not how they do abortions. They don't do that.
I would have thought the same thing.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny to hear this too, because I'm like, this is why I think men shouldn't be in charge of women's healthcare, because like you think they could suck one baby out. Marco thinks you can do an abortion like straight through the side.
We have no idea how women's bodies work. We barely understand our own.
It's so crazy that she told you that. What did she use the money for?
So she told me she went to a concert.
Oh my
with the money that I gave her.
With her abortion money?
She still had her period. She thought she must have had a miscarriage. And yeah, very rare. Everything that's happened in my life is on some, this is a once in a lifetime thing that happened, which is also interesting that me and my son share this connection. So when I was born, I was just talking to my dad maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling me how my the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck twice. And they had to push me back inside my mom and like turn me around. Yeah. How? Zero idea. I see flashes, but I know that's wrong. And so Malcolm also had an emergency C-section because the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck as well. And we both was like technically dead, like because
my gosh, yeah.
And so they and had to do all of this.
Crazy.
Her mom was so mad. She was like, "If anything happens to my daughter or this baby, I will hurt you, Will. I will."
Oh my gosh! And they call you Will?
Yeah, they call me Will.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
And I didn't even have a Will at the time.
Oh my gosh!
And so Malcolm is now born.
Okay.
Now, this is my baby.
And you're 17?
I'm 17 at this point. Now, me and Malcolm, I took him everywhere. The problem with me as well, though, is St. Louis isn't a great place for a person who doesn't necessarily have the grades. It's so home. It's so have kids, go to church, 9 to 5, retire, teach them to do the same thing. I didn't know anything about this industry. I came out here because after me and my son's mom broke up because she cheated on me with another female. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we broke up, and then
Did you guys move in together when you had Malcolm, or were you living with your parents?
I was still living with my parents.
So
She was
Malcolm
living
would
with
go back and
hers.
forth?
Malcolm would go back and forth.
And would you take Malcolm to school?
Oh, no. We didn't. Her grandma ended up watching Malcolm.
Okay.
We paid the grandma to watch Malcolm.
Okay.
And
But what was everybody at school like? Were they like, you have a baby? What happened at school with your friends and stuff?
you know what? I don't really remember. I know my church family was like, everybody in the church loved Malcolm.
Yeah.
Like Malcolm.
Yeah.
I was going to run away from home.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I wrote, this part's going to probably make me tear up. I hope not. But so when I found out Erica was pregnant, it's December. I didn't want to tell my parents. Like I said, I'm Angel. I'm scared of my parents. Here's how scared I am. I've never told this before, and I literally just wrote this down in my phone on the drive here because I'm learning to be more vulnerable on stage. I'm learning to be more open about my history and my past. Like I was molested by one of my teachers in 5th grade.
Oh my gosh.
But she would only do it to students who acted up. So like if we got in trouble, she would make us sit on her lap, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't think about it because I was like, I'm more scared of to tell my parents I got in trouble than to tell them that I was touched on in 5th grade. That's how scared. I'm building up how scared I am of my family. So Erica's like, what are we going to do? Now, I'm pregnant. I was like, well, we're going to have to run away from home because she had a very strict mom. I had strict parents. And so I remember we was going to run away to Illinois to like her dad's house, who she doesn't have a great relationship with, but we just needed time to figure this out.
Okay.
And so I wrote my mom this letter and like, I'm so sorry. I really messed up. All I do is mess up and with you all, and I'm such the black sheep. I'm crying as I'm writing this letter.
Yeah.
And my mom, who never wakes up, my mom's that person that gets 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. Every night.
Hero.
She sleeps through tornadoes and everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And so...
Like actually?
Oh, literally. She'll wake up like, why is all this furniture in our backyard? Like, when we're all like, Mama, we just had a tornado and you slept through it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And so... I write this letter. It's about 2 a.m. I slide it under their door. I go downstairs to the basement where my room was. I grab the last of my things and I come upstairs and my mom's sitting at the kitchen table with this letter right there on the table. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, She's like, something woke me up out my dream and told me to go check on you. Oh, mother intuition is something.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Have you ever had a moment where you just like, let me just like some spidey mother sense tingles?
A lot of times. And I feel like you just have to learn to like trust it and be like, it's real.
Yeah.
It is real, yeah.
So I come upstairs and like I said, she's there. She's like, and I just broke down crying. I was like, Mama, I'm sorry. Y'all right. She's like, no, stop it. She's like, stop it. She's like, this baby is going to be a blessing in your life. She's like, you might not see it right now, but it will be. And she's like, I don't care what because I wrote in there, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to disappoint the church, so I'm going to run away, blah, blah. She's like, I don't care what nobody at this church says.
Yeah.
She's like, this is our life now, and we are going to handle it the right way. And so my parents helped me take care of my son. My dad, when I decided to move to California, and she didn't move to California yet. She ended up moving. My son's mom moved to California when he was like maybe 7.
Okay.
And I left St. Louis when he was turning 3. So he was 2. And so, but I was getting in so much trouble in St. Louis. I already got locked up. I was doing.
What kind of trouble were you getting in?
I was smart, but I used my powers for bad. Like I worked at a department store. And I won't say just in case I ever get a commercial by them. I worked at a department store.
Macy's? No. We won't say.
And I knew how to duplicate receipts. I knew how to exchange items in different boxes. The year that I worked at this department store, they was like $500,000 short on merchandise.
Whoa.
And I figured out how to do all this to the point where they had to set up a sting operation to catch me. And this is 17-year-old Willie.
And you made $500,000?
I didn't make $500,000 because I had my people that I was working with and like other workers at the store.
I mean,
and
it's
blah,
boring
blah,
to
blah.
work there, so at least you figured out something to do. I feel like that's so smart.
But we wasn't thinking about autism then either. We wasn't saying that because I have
Okay.
autism, and the way I tell people that I see the colors of the wind, and people used to just make fun of me. I'm like, I just see things that other people just don't see. I understand things differently. Like even though I graduated high school with a 1.9 GPA, I was also a genius.
Yeah.
Like, I graduated college with a 3.8 GPA because I found out I learned differently.
You figured out how to use it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I move out here.
That's crazy. How long were you in jail, though?
No, it wasn't long. My parents had lawyers.
They got you out.
Yeah, they got me out.
You like worked in jail. You were like figuring it all out to figure out how to get you out of jail.
Even if I was in there, I would have figured something out.
Yeah.
I figure out how people interact. I see how people, I was a really good people watcher.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell by people, someone does a tick. I'm like, oh, that person has a tick.
I feel like I have that too because I moved a lot growing up and I like lived in South America and stuff. And I feel like I had to like
right.
always be like watching
Head on the swivel.
all the time. And I was my mom's translator because I learned Spanish really quick and I was like so little. But I do feel like I'm like walk in a room. I'm like always watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like overly alert to what's going on with other people in the room.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it's great. And sometimes I'm like, I wish I could just like not do that. Just like,
Do you use it on stage?
yeah, totally. I mean, I think it helps a lot for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what is it called again? There's a name for it. It's like, it's like over whatever.
Yeah.
I'll think of it.
We have that.
Yeah, we have that. We have that. But okay, so you moved out here.
So I moved out here.
You have that.
I moved out here with that.
Yeah. Which is a good thing to move out here with.
Yes, it is. Because you gotta. Everybody's so different out here.
Yeah. And everybody's saying something but not saying what they're actually saying. So you're like, what is really going on here?
At all.
Yeah. And there's so many scams here and there's so many, all those kinds of things. When you first move out if you're young, it's like, ugh.
So that's funny that you say that about the scams. So I found my first agent off of Craigslist.
Okay.
And it was at this place.
That sounds like a very
Casual encounter. That's where I know you from. And because let me back up. I moved out here chasing a female that I thought I was in love with after my son's mom.
Okay.
She wanted to be a model, but she found out that LA models and St. Louis models very
different. Oh,
different models.
That's sad.
So I was like, what do you do out here? Someone was like, you should start doing extra work and stuff like that. I was like, all right. And I was like, you should get an agent. And that's when I went on Craigslist and I found this person. It was like, hey, come through. They charged me $500 and they took some photos of me. They some black and white headshots.
I had black and white headshots.
You did too?
Yeah. Well, I started acting when I was like little.
See if I can find it as you're
and I had
telling
some
us.
black and white headshots back then. I was working a lot when I lived in Bogota, Colombia. Actually, I like was doing a lot of work there.
Really?
Because I was the only like blonde hair, blue eye. I was unique.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived there. And whenever my career is like in a lull, I don't do it as much anymore, but I used to be like, I'm moving to South America where like people actually appreciate me for I'm just not another white blonde girl in the audition room. I definitely had black and white
And I'll send this
headshots.
to you, Keita, so y'all can see this as well.
Oh my gosh. You
This
kind of look
is-
exactly the same, just with just like
Yeah.
you look exactly the same. That is wait, I need to see it again. Can I see it again? Show me again. That is so good. Oh my gosh, that mustache.
Oh, you couldn't tell that
You're
little.
like this.
We'll get that and put it up too, Brittany.
DeVoe.
I do. So
You also, Malcolm looks a lot like you.
I know.
Like,
this is what I was
exactly
telling
like you
Marco. I
there.
was like, it
That's
wasn't until he got
crazy.
older, and I was like, man, we laugh the same. We have the same humor. Oh,
That stuff is so weird when you see that. My daughter's like mischievous, like in a way that I am, and I understand. Like I feel like I'm 2 steps ahead of her because she thinks exactly the same as me. Like she thinks like me, and Marco's just like 15 steps behind both of us because he's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing all the time?" I feel like poor guy, but we had a son, so he'll be fine. Yeah, it's crazy though when they start doing all the same things as you.
oh,
Yeah. I remember one time I saw her, she was probably 3. We were at like an outdoor restaurant area and I saw her, like these 2 20-year-old guys were sitting on a bench, like trying to like hang out, the 2 of them. And she just kept like dancing past them, in front of them, back and forth, just to like, and they were so uncomfortable because they didn't know what to do. And I was like, I would have done the exact same thing. It feels like weird shenanigans just to like mess with people.
Yeah.
She does that. And I'm like, that's so weird that she does that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so you get these weird headshots.
So I get these weird headshots. And I remember not getting no work from this person. So I decided to submit these to like real agencies. I found out about Samuel French Bookstore and there's like this book.
Oh my gosh,
right?
is that still a thing?
No, it's not.
Oh
they
my
had-
gosh, I remember. It's like a bookstore with all the plays.
All the
And
plays.
every play ever written was in Samuel French Bookstore. And if you're an actor in LA, you go in there, you read them, you get your
Yeah.
scenes for class.
Yeah.
Everybody's in there.
I still got a couple of my books.
Oh my gosh, we still have like boxes of plays like
Yeah.
in the attic. Marco loves plays, but yeah, they're in the attic now.
And they used to have this book.
Nobody's reading plays
Did you
right
ever
now.
see the Right Agent book in there? It was called The Right
Yes,
Agent.
there was like books about like each person, where they worked, who was at what company, which I don't know how they kept those up because everyone's job changes like
They changed it every month. It was like a monthly
yes.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you what they were looking for. It was like, we're looking for
Yes.
18 to 35-year-old, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Like this, yeah, that's crazy. They did. That's so funny.
And one of these people hit me back that I sent these headshots to, and they were like, who told you? They had they mailed this back. This is a while ago. And so they were like, who told you to get black and white headshots? No one's used black and white headshots since like the 90s. And I was like, what? I told them the agency. They're like, you got scammed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got scammed. They're like, yeah, that's a fake agency. They've been doing this to newcomers for the longest.
Oh no.
This is young
no.
Willie talking. This is young Willie talking. I went back to that place and I robbed them.
Oh my gosh.
I took their camera equipment, their cash box. This is 19-year-old Willie. I've grown since. And
No, I feel like you're the friend to have if you get scammed.
I don't like being scammed.
No, I get it. I don't like any unjust, like anything that feels unjust. I get it. Yeah.
So,
It's like they're scamming everybody.
yeah. Oh, everybody. And that's how I end up getting into photography. From the equipment. And I started doing headshots for a lot of...
Kidding me? Oh my God.
And eventually,
No.
my son's mom moves out here with
Okay.
Malcolm.
Were you going back to see?
Oh, those drives was so long. I would drive there, pick them up. My dad helped out a lot. He would drive here and drop them off, and it was a lot of driving at that time. And so she finally moved here. She she hooked up with another guy and had another kid.
Oh my gosh.
Worst lesbian ever.
Oh my gosh.
And her dad wasn't in her life at all.
Okay.
So she was 4, Malcolm 7 at
The
this
second,
point.
the kid that your ex
Daughter.
had. Okay.
And she asked me, she's like, can you be my dad too?
Oh my gosh.
Right. So I ended up adopting.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was my baby girl, man. And so I raised them together. Because in order to live out here, because everybody's like, how do you live out here from, especially when you're used to paying $30 for rent
Yeah.
to now $1 billion. And I went to school. That's
Okay.
how I've learned that I was actually really smart. I wasn't the dummy that everybody
yeah.
kept calling me and what's wrong with this boy?
Yeah.
Why he can't sit still? So college is where I learned that I had a learning disability and that I
Okay.
needed to learn because I'm a visual learner. I'm an auditory learner. Like I wasn't like, here's a book, remember all of this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The words danced around to me.
Okay.
And in college, so I was able to stay on the dorms in college, and that's how I was able to live out here for
Okay.
so many years. And
What
then
school
I realized
did you go to?
it was one of those DeVry type schools.
Okay,
It's called
that you found on
American
Craigslist?
Intercontinental University. If you like this agency, you also like this college.
And you're like, and that's when I robbed the college and
then
I started
robbed the
teaching.
college, and now I'm a teacher.
Oh my gosh.
And so I then realized that you can use the dorm money to get your own place and
Okay.
all this other stuff. And then still needed money, so I did extra work on the Bernie Mac show.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I've got to meet Bernie Mac.
Cool.
And he's the person that changed the trajectory of my life. Because I was going to go to school to
really?
be the lawyer. Because after I was getting my degree, I was getting my bachelor's, I was going to go to Western University to go to law school. And then I
Cool.
meet Bernie Mac, and he was one of the coolest people I've ever met. His thoughts, his comedy, I went down a rabbit hole, and he inspired me so much. And he's the reason why I changed my name from Willie McMiller to Willie Macc.
Oh
based
my
off of my interaction
gosh. No
with Bernie Mac.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? Because you were an extra on the Bernie Mac show.
Just
and
an
I've seen
extra.
so many people be so shitty
Yeah.
to even not just extras, but even like people who are like dropping in to be like a guest star, a recurring character. And it's like, I remember those people who were so shitty. And then you see people like that who treat everybody like so nice and like memorable. And like, it's not, I don't know. Some people suck and should not have a career. We should rob them.
We should rob
Get my
them.
list together.
Call us right now,
Get my list
1-800.
together.
If you know
We
someone
will
who's
rob
been shitty to you.
anybody who has treated you badly. I feel like I'll go in because no one will suspect me right now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Willie will set it up. He clearly knows how to
Is
do
this
it.
a buddy comedy
Yeah.
and it growing right now?
From the law offices of Robber and Robert.
Yeah.
And so I ended up finding comedy that way.
Okay.
And that's how my career path has now became this. And a lot of my stand-up is about me raising a son with my lesbian baby mama. It's interesting to see how these things develop.
Yeah.
I have a tattoo on my arm that says, life is a tragedy for those who feel and a comedy for those who think. Life can present us a situation and we can either, or we can be like, still feel it, but then be like,
Yeah, totally. And it's like the only way to move forward is if you could laugh at it in some way.
I don't know what some, I call them normal people do who don't do stand-up to release this. Like if I wasn't doing
Yeah.
stand-up, I would lose my mind.
Me too. I feel like there's days when you like, if I like haven't had a show in a couple days, I start to be like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
freaking out. And then I go and do a show and I'm like, oh, okay, it feels so much better.
Fainting
I'm
for
like,
a
oh,
show.
everything's okay. Everything in my life is
Yeah.
fine. I feel okay. Yeah, it's crazy. It's nice to be able to have a place to do that. But there's some people who are really afraid to talk about the bad stuff.
I want to talk about it more now.
Yeah.
And now I am going through the dark side of everything. And I'm bringing my son along with me because one thing that I wish my parents never fought in front of me. My parents never argued. They just showed this beautiful relationship. I wish I would have seen them go back and forth just a little bit. A healthy back and forth, because they made me think that everything is perfect. And since all my relationships did this, I'm like, maybe I am screwed up. Maybe it is me. And I want to show my son my vulnerable side so that he can see how I operate through those moments to keep progressing to where I am and where I'm trying to go,
Yeah.
and let him know nothing in life is that bad. It's that bad, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. I wish I could show my daughter less. I feel like I catch her being like, I am freaking out. And I'm like, oh, that sounds exactly like me.
She said that
Yeah,
before?
she's like, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. My room is a disaster. Like, our house is, I have a hard time with anything being out of place. And Marco will just look at me and be like, okay. And she's like, I have to reorganize everything before I go to bed. I shouldn't. That's definitely me.
Yeah.
Or the other day in the car, like I had stopped, this was like months ago, I stopped breastfeeding Benjamin. And you have like this insane hormonal reaction when you stop breastfeeding. And it's like really bad for me. It's like PMS times 10,000.
Oh my gosh.
And it happened to me both times. And like nobody really talks about it, but it all comes out towards your husband. At least in my case, where I was just like, anytime he'd speak, I'd be like, why is he talking to me right now? And, he's the nicest person ever. And I was in the car one day with Penelope, and he had called me, and I was like, I can't talk right now. I need to get off the phone. Please don't talk to me. And I hung up. And then she goes, Mom, do you like Daddy? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I think I need to get on 10 milligrams of Prozac or something because this is not okay.
Another man thing that just zero idea about. So is this a common thing?
Oh yeah, it's extremely common. It's like it feels horrible, but even women don't talk about it.
Oh,
that's the thing about I feel like people talk about pregnancy a little bit, but they don't talk about the after it. But
I would love to know this because I would not have known.
Well, now you do. So
is there
it's like
hormones in the breast milk or something? It's like
your body's transitioning back to just being like your own body. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. It's probably telling you a lot of bullshit. Watch this be like a made up thing. No, I feel like your body's transitioning to like not. You're like your body's making all this like milk, and then all of a sudden it's not, and it's like you go from being like in this like pregnancy hormone body to like just back to being normal, and the transition back to it is like intense.
Yeah.
You feel like a little psychotic.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I would slap somebody at the grocery store if they looked at me wrong. I was like, I felt like I was constantly like clenching my hands to be like, I'm going to kill somebody right now. That's the time when you need to go rob people because I'm like, if you were like there,
Willie, do you have a place where you can rob right now?
I felt like I would have just like attacked anybody wanted me to attack. So I had so much like rage in my body. I was like, whatever you need. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a wild time. Yeah. Wait, so your son's out here now?
He's out here now.
And does he live with you?
He's back and forth.
Okay.
So my son's mom moved out here. And I've always said this to people, if you're not in the entertainment industry, why are you out here?
Yeah.
She said she moved here to be closer to me so I could be there with the kids. Mm-hmm. But she lived all the way out in like Irvine, which I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Thanks, Erica.
You're like, I would have rather drove to St. Louis.
I would have drive to St. Louis. Because I was driving to Irvine every weekend in this like 90 Honda.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a 95 Nissan Sentra. That's what it was. Something like that. And she ends up moving to Phoenix.
Okay.
My son's mom's a genius. She got her doctorate.
Oh, whoa.
She was a principal.
Oh my
in like her early 30s, then became the director of a school district, and she got a shit. My baby mom is a genius.
Okay.
Like I lucked up because there's some really messed up ones out there.
Yeah.
But so she moved out there for a while, and then when Malcolm finished high school, she was like, "Here, Willie, this is all you now." So she let me have him.
Okay.
Now here's where things get really, really interesting. Malcolm moves in with me during the pandemic. Okay. Because it was like right before the pandemic. And, we thought I get this 2-bedroom. I'm downtown. And I'm like, at this point, I'm doing really decent in life. Yeah. I just sold a show to HGTV in like 2021 or 2020. And then 2021. Yeah. And then all my commercials, all stand up stopped. Yeah. and I lose a nice amount of my money because a lot of my other money is in investments in St. Louis. We bought a commercial property, and so now I'm being drained out of my income. And it got to a point where I was like, Malc, I don't know what's about to happen. We're gonna have to move back to St. Louis till I can get bounced back on my feet.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 blah. He tells his mom this, and now it's now 2023. All right. And my son, and Michaela passes away, my daughter.
Oh my gosh.
She passed away at 17 years old. She had autoimmune disease. They couldn't figure out what's wrong with her. And
oh my gosh.
she was in and out the hospital since she was 7. And and it's interesting, even as we were talking about a lot of stuff, having zero idea about a woman's body, the doctors never found out what's wrong with her, because with women, they can find out a lot of autoimmune disease in men between like 3 to 5 years, and it takes like 7 to 11 years, if not more, with women, because they got to calculate hormones and developments.
Oh my gosh.
And so we thought it was lupus. We thought it was, and it was none of those things. And she wanted her body donated to science too. She was like, I know.
Was she in Phoenix?
She was in Phoenix.
Okay. Oh
and
my gosh.
she was like, I know that she pretty much knew she was going away. And she was like, once I pass away, I want my body donated to science so they could try to figure it out post-death. And so Erica was like, you know what? I'm tired of Phoenix anyways. I'm going to move out to LA so that Malcolm can come and stay between me and you, but pretty much stay with her. And I could have somebody, my boy Danny, who I do my podcast with, to come live with me to help me pay half until I was able to bounce back and get back on my feet. That's how cool me and my son's mom is. She moved out here, because of Michaela passing away. She didn't want to be in that house anymore. And two, to also help me out so that I don't have to be away from my son. And that was
that's amazing.
Important to me.
Yeah. Wow. What you've lived like so many lives in what? That's crazy. Wow. That's really special. Who knew that from Burger King to
I look at how everything ties together. There's a word for it. I don't know if it's a butterfly effect or a domino effect. There's a word for how when certain things just happen to get you into the point that you are in now. And it made me stop questioning everything so much, because I start to realize we are so minute. We are so, I don't want to say insignificant, but like, how dare we think that let me put these in the right words. Okay. When I was working at Burger King, that's where I met my son's mom.
Yeah.
Now, I quit working at Burger King and I went to a department store, and the way I got caught was because her brother told me I had a 1980 Buick LeSabre. Oh, it had plush seats. It all was smooth. He's like, I'll put a system in your car if you get me these items on this list. And I'm like, all right, cool. Got those items on his list, and that's how I end up getting caught. And I got fired from there. And when I got fired from there, I went to go work at a shoe store. And at this shoe store, I meet the girl that's gonna be a model. She's like, let's go to LA. And I'm like, chill out. No one from St. Louis just leaves St. Louis. She's like, I'm going. And I'm like, well, I'm in love, so
I'm going too. Yeah.
I'm going too.
Did you bring your cool car?
No. I ended up getting that. No, that car ended up getting towed. I was doing the most in that car. Oh my God. And then me, Bernie Mac, stand up. If one of those things did not happen, I have zero idea where I would be. If I never knocked her up, if I never worked at Burger King, if I didn't do.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Everything connects.
Yeah, it happens for a reason. You know, I just had this weird flash of something that I totally forgot of until you're saying that now. I remember doing a show with you before the pandemic, probably when I had first started stand-up. And I'm sure you don't remember it because it was like I was like really new to stand-up. I was only acting, and I was like, I think I have to do stand-up all the time. And it was at that improv place on in Hollywood that that had stand-up shows sometimes.
Second City,
which is like a weird place now.
Upstairs,
Thinking about it, it was like
yeah.
such a weird room. And Marco was there, and you did the show, and I was like, you're so good. And I was kind of, you know, when you see somebody that's so good that you're kind of mad at them? Because I was like, he's talking about his life. Like you were talking about your life in a way that I was like, I want to talk about my life in like a real way like that. And I remember being like, I want to write more. I don't know why that even popped in my head now, but I just was like, I do remember seeing you and being like, there's something to this and I want to keep doing this. And I like the way that you were doing it. And it made me really mad at you. But now we're friends.
Thank you for being mad.
And now we're friends. You made me like angry inside watching you.
Oh my goodness.
In a good way, where I wasn't like, ugh, no. I was like, oh, you know, that happens to me sometimes with I don't feel like I get like jealous of people. I just get like really mad at them.
I have those moments. I think the most recent time I had, have you ever seen Godfrey perform?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
I was like this. Hold on, I'm gonna have to put this mic down. I was watching him at the Laugh Factory like this the entire time.
Yeah, I know. There's sometimes when you're like, you leave and you're like, I'm in a total spiral because I have to rewrite, I have to change everything I'm doing because I feel like it's because you see something in them that you're like, I could do it not like you could you don't want to copy them. It just like touches something in you that you're
inspires.
like, okay, yeah. You see something more for yourself.
Yeah.
We do something called the breakdown. So since this is called Full Out, like you were clearly a full out dad at a young age. But what was your biggest breakdown as a father or as a dad? I feel weird saying father. Why did I just say father?
Because I am.
You are a father.
father.
You're a father now because you have a 23-year-old.
Father sounds so much more mature.
It does. You're a father.
I'm a father. The few times I've had my breakdown, oh my gosh, it's so dark. When my son lost his sister was one.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He was on the phone with her when she passed away. They were on FaceTime. She was like, I just feel so tired. And she just went to sleep. And they go to sleep. They watch each other. They play video games. They used to play video games all night. And so they watch each other go to sleep. So he just said, I just thought she was just going to sleep. I never knew that she wasn't going to wake up from that. And my son went down a very dark type. He just was like, I just want to be with my sister. And so I had to put a lot of my stuff on hold because I'm like in full dad panic mode. Like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I wasn't equipped for none of this.
Yeah.
But you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the crazy thing where you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So like, but now I have to figure out how to do this. But I mean, that is...
But prior to that,
to also like you have your own grief and your son's grief, and like
I never fully grieved because I was too busy worried about him. But prior to that, I say the other thing that were my full blown panic, I couldn't figure out how to get them quiet after you fed them, you've played with them, you trying to put them to sleep, and that baby cry, that octave that they hit that.
Yeah.
And you don't know what to do. I remember putting that baby carriage, and this is I was living with my mom at the time, or my parents, and I put Malcolm in the closet in the basement, and I closed the door. I was like, it was either that or I had this pillow, and I was holding the pillow.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's what they say to you. Like, you need a moment. You did the right thing.
And I went upstairs, and my mom said, "Where's Malcolm?" I'm like, I put him in the closet, Mom. I don't know what to do. And she's like, go get that boy. And she got him. I don't know what she did. She just picked him up. I don't know. And
Doesn't that make you pissed, though, when somebody else can pick up the baby and get them to be quiet? Exactly. And you're like, I'm glad the baby's quiet, but I'm also pissed that you did it. And now you're feeling a whole other kind of like rage in your body.
My developed nut won't stop crying. And so those are like my moments.
Yeah. I mean, that cry when it doesn't stop is insane. Yeah. I feel like I used to joke that I like wished that I was a teen parent because teen parents, there's so much that you don't know at that point, and you're a little looser.
Ignorance is bliss.
You'll just put your baby in the closet and go upstairs, and you're like, Mom, I put him in the closet. Whereas, if I went to Marco and was like, I put the baby in the closet, he'd be like, okay, you're on a 5150 hold. You're in a mental institution now. We all still want to put the baby in the closet when they're screaming, but we're like, know that we can't.
We can't now.
Yeah, there's so many things. I'm also like, it doesn't interrupt your career because you don't have a career when you're a teenager.
Yeah, no.
You hadn't even had your shady agent yet by the time you had a baby. It wasn't like Malcolm was ripping you away from your dream acting role.
Yeah, no, it was just I don't know what I would do without my parents.
Yeah.
As strict and as crazy as they were to me, the way they did what they did for Malcolm was a blessing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Are they still close?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's cool. And then also now you have a friend who can be like, do this, Dad. You'd be way cooler if you did this.
My birthday,
father. Sorry, you're a father now.
Father, not
do
a
this,
dad.
father.
Me and his relationship has developed so much. For my birthday, he was asking to take me to the strip club. He's like, hey, I'm going to take you to the strip club for your birthday.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, I can't, Malcolm. I just can't.
Yeah, next year you should go, though, because that would be a great thing to talk about. You can come back on the podcast after you go to the strip club with your son. Okay, so we are doing a Hall of Fame versus Hall of Shame. So your best moment as a dad versus your worst moment, which I feel like we got your worst moments. So what was your best moment or your worst moment, if you feel like it's different than the breakdown?
Man, I hate that everything ties back to this Michaela moment, but a lot of it is, and I have multiple, but since this is the most recent, I remember having this dad guilt with Michaela because I missed her phone call the same night because I was doing some shenanigans that I should not have been doing. And I saw her call. I was like, I'll call in the morning. And the morning never happened. And I was like, Malcolm comes up to me and says, Dad, do not kick yourself because she bragged about you all the time. She called her biological dad sperm donor. She's like, her sperm donor has no idea who you are, but to her, you were the world. And that broke me. That made me cry so hard.
That's amazing.
So that's probably my dad of the year moment. And just doing the podcast with my son. Me and my son have the podcast and then we have our raw conversations and it's it's me and him.
Yeah.
We ride or die together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm jealous.
One day.
Okay, so we have a villain origin story. So I feel like for being a dad, it's interesting, but who was your nemesis? Do you have a nemesis as a dad? I don't know if this one maybe
interesting, and I'm gonna say this, but it has a good ending. Erica's mom was my nemesis.
Okay.
She was so mean to me. She was like if Erica needed anything that had to do with the baby, she would call me and she wouldn't do it. She'd be like, it's 4 a.m. She'd be like even when she was giving birth, she called me. She's like, I'm not taking her to the hospital. You did this. You take her to the hospital. And I got up and I called my parents, hey, we gotta take Erica to the hospital. And so we did that. And she was always so hard on me because she blamed me. At least I felt she blamed me for everything going on.
Yeah.
And she was gonna go to this. She was gonna do these things, but because of you, now Willie, you go and you. And it was like, man.
Yeah.
But again, Michaela passing away, she came up to me and we had our very first cordial conversation. She's like, Will, Michaela bragged about you all the time, and because of that, I want to apologize to you for how I treated you all those years, and I want to let you know that I respect you as a man.
Oh, wow.
So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So that's amazing.
That's
my villain turned
Yeah, that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's
it.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. So
That's
it.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Wow, Willie. Thank you for being so open on this podcast and sharing so much. It's so nice to actually talk to you.
Yeah.
I feel like we see each other at shows, and then I like talk to you on the car on the walk to the car on the way back, and then we're like, okay, bye. But this was so nice to really get to hear this. Thank you for sharing so much.
I like being on a platform where I feel like I can. Like some of these conversations are the first time I've ever said these things out loud.
Thank you for sharing it here.
You allowed me and made me feel comfortable enough to do this. So thank you as well.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, where can everybody find you? I really do feel like you're one of the funniest people ever. That's why you really piss me off. And I really like your vibe on stage, and you're so cool. And you dress really well. So when you're passing down clothes, if you shrink anything in the wash, send it my way. I feel like your cardigans are always the best. Okay, what should people watch for? Where can they find you? What are all your things?
I have a lot of things coming up. So if y'all want to be pissed off at me too.
You won't regret watching his stuff.
You won't regret being pissed off at me, I promise. Just Willie Maac on everything.
Okay.
WILLIEMACC. Do I look at you or do I look into the...
I don't know. Where do we look?
Okay.
WILLIEMACC on everything, Instagram, my website. I got a lot of tour dates coming up. Just look it up. I don't know when this is going to come out, so just look up my stuff. I travel the world. I perform for the troops. Me and my son have a podcast. I have another podcast.
What is your podcast called with your son?
Old. He calls me. He'll get my attention like, hey, old. So everybody's like, what is he saying? Hey, HEYOLD.
Hey, old.
He calls me old because I call my dad old man and Malcolm calls me old. And we call him youngin. Like, what's up, youngin? What's up, old? So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Look me up.
Okay, great. I love it. And your other podcast?
No, Afro Noodles. Afro Noodles podcast is me and my boy, Danny. And you're just a fly on the wall of just crazy shenanigans. Just like the stuff that two kind of guys going through life trying to figure it out.
I love it. Great. Okay, great. Thank you so much for doing this. This is so fun.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.